colleague in Manchester, and I'm coming there in a couple of weeks myself. We're going to be studying families, and we're going to be going shopping with them. Like, what should we be looking out for? What do you think sets family retail practices apart from those in other countries, for example? How do British families shop as distinct from anywhere else?
I think, again, it's about it's not about identifying them as being specifically British, but it's about finding commonality. I hate to be blunt, what are the things that piss us all off? What are the things that make us, we moan about the weather, we're British, right? We talk about, I don't know, when is someone ever going to win at Wimbledon? And we create a Wimbledon campaign, and then Andy Murray wins Wimbledon. So, like I say, it's almost creating common sources of frustration, but for because, that's the way I would put it.
I get it.
Because sometimes how are you going to fix a need if the need isn't there? And the need has to be there. And if the need is there, then the person's in a source of frustration, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I see. I mean, that makes sense. We do a lot of our work is just simply that, identify what people need and what the opportunity is. And actually, that's the last question I have here, Raj, which is, it sounds to me like a lot of the things that you've said, so things like we're there to help families become the best version of themselves, or we sell people time, that's a kind of, the best way to deliver this would be kind of synthetic. It wouldn't just be in your push marketing. It wouldn't just be in the content that you push to people. It wouldn't in the blast and watch a batch and blast. It would also be in how you design your offering, whatever your offering is, whether you're a retailer or something else, or what your pricing structure is, what products you do and don't offer, how many physical branches you have. When you're talking about things like needs-based targeting, and when you're talking about this more intimate relationship with a customer, what in your ideal world would that knowledge and that relationship affect? What would you like to be able to do as someone who works in marketing that currently is kind of beyond your remit or is siloed in a way that you can't touch it? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest issue for marketers today is how to exist in a shrinking time space. So, people are just by nature more impatient these days. And I use the taxi example again. 10 years ago, if your cab was delayed by 2 minutes, you wouldn't cancel it. Today, some people do because of immediacy, and immediacy of content and immediacy of verification. So I would say for me, the landscape is shrinking. So you have to fight more. And therefore, the customer is ever more kind of indiscriminate with what they turn off from. So a great example of that is in your inbox every single day, you get loads of marketing emails from certain customers now, from certain retailers rather. Now, some of them you'll open because you think, actually, they always send great emails, and they always know what I want and maybe they've got a sale on. And then some you'll never open. You'll still get the email, but you'll never open it because they don't talk to you as Rav. They talk to you as customer, and we're going to talk to you on a big generic basis about an ad campaign we've done. That doesn't do anything. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It actually does more damage, which is why, as an example, I've worked for a business once where we obviously send them email newsletters, and we had a preference center up on the website. And we said, what type of newsletters would you like to receive? Would you like to see autumn-winter campaigns or spring-summer or sale or Christmas? And we did that for about a year. And we found, actually, people were giving us their data, but we didn't have the kind of resource internally to create those segmented campaigns. So we were still collecting the data, but doing nothing with it. And then we got customer feedback saying, I gave you my data saying I only wanted to get Christmas. So why am I getting spring? So my kind of conclusion of that is don't collect the data if you're not going to do anything with it.
Yeah.
So we removed the preference center because we said we'd rather the customer didn't think we wanted to know, rather than we're going to ask them and then completely ignore what they said.
That's interesting. There's a sort of admirable restraint. I think you mentioned that earlier in our call. That too much can be worse than less, right? Less can be more sometimes. That's an interesting. And more generally, like the idea of trust. You mentioned that as well. Like making sure that the relationship is reciprocal and not reciprocal, but making sure that that customers trust you seems to be part of responsibility or whatever. Yeah.
It is, and I think if you look at, for